So I have created an array list. Okay. And array list object, I'm storing the elements, list of add 18 and list of add 19. Like this, like that, I'm having some list object and I want to store this one into a hash map. Okay. One second. Hash map syntax. So I have declared a map. So this is a map. Okay. Now I'm going to okay. So one second. So I am going to okay. This is the list object. Just going to store it here. Okay. Map dot put of change list to list to one second. Right. So this is a hash map. So yesterday we have discussed about a simple hash map. So the hash map means which is storing string and integer values. Okay. And so here I am storing integer values. Instead of storing integer values, I want to store a list object. Okay. But and I want to maintain a string. Okay. So that means, so this is the syntax. So this is my string and this is an array list object. So the key is this one and this is an array list object. So a list of values will be associated one particular key. So in such case, we can write a hash map like this. Understood, right? So suppose if I want to create one more array list. So I'm creating one more array list. And I am going to create list one and list one dot, and I'm going to create 30 and 40. So this is a list one which is associating with a new key value as some orange. So this is a key and this contains a list one. So you can store a array list object as a value also. Okay. And so like that this is called some advanced hash map syntax like this. Okay. So basically map, you can store if you want to store a group of values as a value. Okay. And so key is a string, key I am taking as single one, but values I am taking as a group of list of values I am taking as a value. So whenever I want to fetch the values of hash map dot mango, so it contains this is the list information. Whenever I want to fetch the information, this contains this is the information. So like that we can store and we can print a list of values. Suppose if I'm going to print system dot out dot print map. See orange, this is the key, it contains these values, and this is the key, it contains these values. Got the point? So you can store a list of values also as a key value pairs combinations. Okay, right. And we want to discuss one more point. Okay, hash table is come. Okay, we have left with one more thing as hash table. Okay, one second. Okay. Even hash map and hash table both are similar things only. Hash map and hash table both are used to store key value pairs combination only. Okay. So here what I am doing is, in a hash table, I cannot store null value. Okay. Suppose if I am going and executing this program, system.out.println S1, if I'm going and running this program, the program execution will be failed. Why it will fail, I will tell you. See, null pointer exception. So that means hash table does not allow null as the value. But whereas in hash map, it will allow null values. Okay. But hash table, it does not allow null values. That is the main difference. And okay, one second. Difference between hash map and hash map versus hash table. Hash map is not synchronized and hash table is synchronized. Synchronized means sorry. No. అది వేరు ఇది వేరు. జావాలో ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ వేరు, ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్. సింక్రనైజ్డ్ అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై సింక్రనైజ్డ్ మీన్స్, suppose there is a hash map key value pairs combination is there. Okay, a hash map can be allowed to store hash table also, it can be allowed to store key value pairs combination. Okay, in Java there is a concept called multi-threading. Okay, so thread means it's a process. Okay, so by using multi-threading process, you can create thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4 like that. Okay, so thread 1 can amend hash map values, thread 2 can amend hash map values, and thread 3 can amend hash map values, and thread 4 can amend hash map values. That means thread 1 will come and add a new row, and thread 2 command it will come and add a new row. So like that. So means multi-threading, it's a concept, means so multiple threads can be it can update a hash map at a time. Okay, suppose suppose thread 1 is coming and adding a new value, key value pair combination, and thread 2 is coming and adding a new value, thread 3 is coming and adding a new value. So here hash map is not synchronized means, okay, multiple threads can amend at a time. Understood? So thread 1 can insert a hash map key value, and thread 2 can add the key value pair combination, and thread 3 can add key value pairs combination at a time. Okay, but whereas in hash table, it cannot be allowed like that. So thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, it cannot be allowed at a time. Okay, so once thread 1 has inserted key value pairs combination, then only thread 2 it has to insert key value pair combination, and then only once thread 2 is exited after adding the values, then see, once it is exit, then thread 3 will amend the key value pairs combination. That means in hash table, only one thread can able to it will add a new record, or it will modify the existing value. So only one thread can amend. But whereas in hash map, multiple threads can amend and can add at a time. Okay, so that's why hash map is not synchronized and hash table is synchronized. Okay, so so there is a concept called multi-threading concept. Okay, so by using that multi-threads, okay, multiple threads can amend hash map and hash table, but in hash table only one thread can be allowed one by one only, but whereas in hash map all threads can be allowed at a time. Okay, so that's why we can say hash map it's not a synchronized, and hash table it's a synchronized, one by one it is acting. That's why we can call it as a hash table is a synchronized, but multi-threading concept is not at all required for us. Okay, and it allow one null key and multiple null values. So it allow one null key. See, So null key, so it can allow, suppose if you go to hash map, okay, so I'm storing 800 and it allow one null key. That means we can able to write one null key. Okay, so it can be, null can be allowed one time. Whenever I'm adding second time, what will happen? What will happen? So the null key value, it will be overridden. Okay, so that means null can be allowed, one null key can be allowed, and here multiple null values can be allowed. I will tell you. Suppose ABC and DEF, and here 90, here I want to add it null value. So like this. So here multiple null values can be allowed. Value can be allowed, multiple null values combination can be allowed, but null key it will allow only one time, because whenever you are adding, what is happening? Overriding is happening only one time. Null key is allowing, but null values, it can be allowed multiple null values. Got the point, everyone? Okay, so so that means if you print hash map value here, null value will be 900, it will be printed. Okay, and ABC value, it will be printed as null, and DEF value, it will be printed as null. Okay, so like that. But here in this case, the null value will be 900. So if you write print here, if you write printing statement here, the output will be null value is equal to 900 comma, and ABC is equal to null comma, DEF is equal to null comma. So like this. But null value, null as a key, it can be allowed only one time. Suppose if you are adding one more time, what is happening? The value is overriding. Okay, that means key will be, so duplicate keys, it won't be allowed. If we are allowing duplicate keys, that value can be overridden. Okay, so so that is the meaning. It allow one null key and multiple null values. It does not allow any null key or any null value. Suppose in hash table, if you are adding null key or null value, what is the program? It is showing exception, null pointer exception, it is showing. So you cannot allow key also null and value also null. It cannot be allowed. If you are writing like that, it will throw null pointer exception. Hash map is very fast because multiple threads can able to add and amend the values in a hash map by multiple threads. But hash table, only one thread can be allowed. So that's why performance wise hash table is slow. And hash map traversed by iterator. Traversed by iterator means, so we are going to see the example on iterator. Okay, and hash table traversed by both iterator and enumeration. So hash map contains a list of values, right? If you want to print each and every individual value, we can use iterator. By using iterator, we can pick we can print the values of a hash map. And by using, for a hash table contains some list of key value pairs combination. If you want to print each and every key value combination, you have to use, we can use iterator or enumeration. So by using these two concepts, we can able to print a hash table value. So we will see the examples here. And hash map was introduced in Java 1.2. Okay, so now the version is, we are using 1.8. Okay, hash map was introduced in Java 1.2, and hash table, it's a legacy class. Legacy class means it's a olden one. Okay, completely old. So whenever Java has developed, so during that time itself only hash table was developed. Hash map inherits abstract class. Inherits means it is extends in background. Hash map, it inherits extends abstract map class. Okay, and hash table, it inherits dictionary class means hash table extends dictionary class in background. So these are the main differences between hash map and hash table. And the people are, they're asking questions, what is the difference between hash map and hash table? So you need to tell about, okay, you need to tell this is the differences. Okay, Right.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, okay. So multi-threading, if multi-threading is allowed, the synchronization antam kada sir, hash map that is not synchronized.
Hash map is not synchronized ante multiple threads can amend అని అర్థం. Can amend, can add అని. Synchronized
Multi-threading
ante
position is not synchronized.
synchronized ante so that is axing one by one అని అర్థం.
Okay.
Okay, right. So here, so now I want to print a hash map value. So now I am printing here all. So this is my hash table, right? Okay, let me print this value. So Ravi, Kiran and Venkat. Okay, I'm printing directly S1 object. So I want to print by using iterator. Okay, so I'm going and checking print hash table values by using iterator. How to iterate through hash table in Java. Okay, right. So I'm looking for the syntax. So here, not this is enumeration. Right. Mhm. One second. Mhm. One second. Syntax part I have not written correctly. Set integer string. Right. One second. ఇక్కడ డాట్ అనొచ్చు. Right. So all are java.util.package. So these are the things got imported. One second. So from java.util.map, hash table, map, map.entry, and set, these are got imported. and set entry string comma integer entry set is equal to s1 dot integer. I have written. One second. And after that, I want to print values. One second. Something is wrong. One second. Right. So this is one way. This is one way to print map dot, so entry dot get key and entry dot get value. So to print a key value pairs combination, we can write like this. See. See each and every value it's so this is at a time I have printed, and if I want to print iterate every value or key value pairs combination, we can get key and value combination like this. Understood? So this is the syntax to print each and every key value pairs combination individually by using map concept. Okay, so in Java there is a map interface. By using that one, we can iterate the hash map key value pairs combination and we can print it. This is one way, and by using iterator also we can print it. Okay, one second. Let me take in iterator. They have given very long, lengthy process here. Okay, set integer. Okay, after that, okay, one second. Print hash map values by using iterator. Right. See, in how many ways that we can print, they have given everything here in this program. Okay. So just let me take this one. second. Okay, once. So here I have taken, okay. Suppose this is an hash map and key value pairs combination. By using iterator, we can print like this. And by using for each loop, we can print like this, get keys. And so in a number of ways, we can print the key value pairs combination. 1 second. So let me run this. Hash map anundi. Okay, okay. మనం hash table కదా. Okay. Let me. ఎక్కడ వచ్చింది? సో ఇన్ని వేస్ లో మనం కీ వాల్యూ పేర్స్ కాంబినేషన్ ఈ ఎన్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వేస్ వీ కెన్ ఇటరేట్ ద వాల్యూస్ అండ్ వీ కెన్ ప్రింట్ ఇట్ అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? సో హ్యాష్ మ్యాప్ హ్యాష్ టేబుల్ డిఫరెన్స్ యూ గాట్ ఇట్ రైట్. సో హ్యాష్ మ్యాప్ అండ్ హ్యాష్ టేబుల్ అంటే both are used to store the key value pairs combination, and where a hash map it's not a synchronized one, and hash table it's a synchronized one, and hash map which can allow null keys or null values combination, but whereas hash table does not allow any null value or null key combination. Okay, we can hash map values we can iterate by using iterator, and hash table values we can iterate by using iterator and enumeration. So both concepts are there. By using enumeration we can able to iterate and we can able to print the values. So like that, that's it. Okay now, so that's it on the collections topic. So collections means we are storing a group of object information. Sorry, ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ మనకి ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది? Selenium లో అని మీరు అడగొచ్చు. ఓకేనా? సో now let me go to the website. Okay, so I'm asking for every username it contains this information, right? So Arvind contains this information and this guy contains some information. Okay, so whichever is active role, so whichever text field, so this is the main one. So Adash and he contains this information, and I am asking to store into a key value pairs combination. If it is single key value pairs combination, you can declare it string comma string, map string comma string, and new hash map of string comma string, and you can declare it. And for every key, Adarsh contains this is the user role, and Arvind contains this is the user role. So like that you are storing key value pairs combination. But if I'm asking to store all the group of values, this is the list of values, I'm asking to create all the list of values into a list object. First you need to store these three values as a list object, and after that you need to store that list of values into this hash map. Got the point? Okay, so do some exercises on collections so you will get the idea. Okay, so whenever you want to store a group of information, suppose I navigated to job titles, so I'm asking what are the job titles and job descriptions. I'm asking what you will do. You will declare map string comma string and new hash map of string comma string, and you will told, so you will for every job title what is the description it contains, you will print it in a hash map. Okay, so you are storing all this data into a hash map, and whenever I'm asking, you are through iterator, you are iterating and you are printing each and every key value pair combination. Okay, so whenever the application want to store all group of object information into a collection, then we can use collection. Understood? So like that. So to get this value, how I need to fetch the input data? Suppose if I want to get this data, okay, so this is the information I want. So this is the X path. Copy X path. So if I want to get this information, string str is equal to driver dot find element by X path dot get text. So if you are getting, if so, this is the web element syntax, and whenever you are writing dot get text, so whatever the web element contains that information, it will come and it will store into this one. And after that, if you want to store that one as a like this map dot str comma whatever value you want to store it, job description. Okay, so if it does not contains any value, so you can write either null or you can write some blank value. So in such cases we can use hash map. Understood? Okay, so whenever we want to store a group of object information, entire data into a collection, then we can use um, collections like this. Okay, if you want to get text of a particular web element, we have to write element dot get text of. Okay, so that that information, it can be fetched and it can be stored here, and after that we can store into a hash map object like this. Okay, map dot put off. Okay, sorry. So map dot put off str comma value like this. So that's it, summary on the collections part. Okay, and okay, we have left only with exception handling part. Okay, so that exception handling part I will give the break and we will continue the remaining topics in Selenium. Okay, right. And 1 second. Okay. Okay. So in batch 2 people కి మనం ఎక్కడ దాకా టాపిక్స్ కంప్లీట్ అయ్యి ఉన్నాయి? Advanced XPath, Aruna is continuing or still it's pending? Advanced XPath she will continue.
Pending, sir.
Okay, so advanced XPath topic, it will be continued. And so మీకు ల్యాబ్ నెంబర్ 24 లోపు మీకు ఏమేమి ల్యాబ్స్ పెండింగ్ ఉన్నాయి? మల్టిపుల్ విండోస్, జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటర్, యాక్షన్ క్లాస్. యాక్షన్ క్లాస్ అవ్వలేదా?
అవ్వలేదు సార్.
ఓకే, ఓకే, ఐ విల్ డూ వన్ థింగ్. Okay, one second. So first I will let me tell you how to execute failed test cases. Lab number 35 I'm going to tell you. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, now I want some scenarios. TC01, add nationalities, add skills. Okay. Let us assume this is a test case of TC01 add jobs. Okay, let us assume this is a set of driver instructions I have written for I want to write some more driver instructions, login button, admin, job titles, job description, job note. Okay, so so that is the scenario it contains. Let us assume this is the test case. and TC01 add nationality. Okay, 1 second. This is another test case, TC01 add nationality. Okay, and one more test case, TC01 add skills. So right now, how many test cases are there? I have TC01 add jobs, add nationalities, and TC01 add skills. Okay, 1 second. So each test case I have written, let us assume I have written all the set of driver instruction. But in one of the test case, I have given invalid locator name. So in one of the test case, I have given invalid locator name. Okay. So to execute these test cases, what I am doing, I'm going to generate testng.xml. Okay. So how to generate testng.xml? Can anybody tell me? Right click,
Right click,
testng,
go to testng,
Go
and
create
convert to
testng.
testng.
Convert
Okay.
to
Convert to
test.
testng.
Yeah, I'm clicking on convert to testng, and lab number 35 I have to browse. So in which project I have Orange 11, SRC, test, Java, and lab number 35. Next, and I'm clicking on finish. So my testng.xml was generated. Any doubts as of now?
No.
Okay.